Hi, Sagittarius, and welcome to the curveball of the week. Let's not even waste time. Let's get into it. So, Sagittarius, it's a very interesting reading for me. Amethyst here, which is usually about healing, but it's acceptance and courage is here with consequences. Take action in the fire element and the new moon, new beginnings. And we are in a new moon, so that's great. That's great. Or, we're just past it. So it's, I'm wondering about what the consequences are. It could be that you're just accepting that something happened and, this kind of feels like taking your lumps, but it could be in regards to an ending as well, because you're not concerning yourself with something anymore, and you're moving towards new things. You're taking some sort of action towards something new. So, you know it's interesting. Yeah, because here we're seeing purify and recklessness. So there could have been a price that you paid for something, and that can be an ending. um, and just kind of saying, oh, I'm going to wipe my hands of this and just let's move on to the next thing, and that's cool. So I think that's very cool. So let's see what the tarot has to say about it, because as we know, the story can change, and I don't know it's hard to see what's unexpected. Maybe the consequences. Maybe you're not expecting this, but it does really push you towards moving forward. So if you've been following recent readings, this is exactly what the universe has been asking from you. And I would specifically say look at that reading for the angel messages, the spirit guide messages that I did. I think it was yesterday. So, okay, let's see. Let's see what we're going to see. Just you and me. Ooh, the tower. The two of swords. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yes, this is exactly. It may not be something you did, but it was definitely something that was either revealed to you or came apart for you. Something that may have crumbled in some way, because the tower is nothing to be afraid of. It always surprises me that people are. There's literally nothing we have to do with the tower other than just let it happen. If it's kind of like, if it's not meant to be, let it be. Let it come down, right? Or as us fire signs say, let it burn. So the two of swords and temperance. Yeah, it's like you don't. I feel like it very much, it may really surprise you, it may really rock you, and you don't really know what you think about it, but you are like, because with the two of swords, this could be something you didn't want to face, honestly, something you didn't want to look at, and then the universe said, you have to look at it, you have to come to peace with it. Six of Cups, nothing is going to be the same. Ooh, okie dokie. So tell me about acceptance. Oh, Six of Pentacles. Oh, yep. Yeah, because you're literally having to walk away from something that you put a lot into. Could be care, could be money, specifically because of the Pentacles. Could even be a person that you were generous to. What is this walking away about? I feel like you also may not be super happy about it. 9 of Wands. Because it's like it's something that just keeps, it never quite gets there. You know? It never quite gets there. And I feel like it's just become too big of a burden for you, even though the 10 of Wands didn't come out. You know, because with the 9 of Wands, we're exhausted. And what we're exhausted with, the feeling that we're managing is movement and action and putting work into this. We're tired of it, right? And I can see you put a lot into it. So what's the consequences here? What's the consequences about? Some people aren't going to be really happy with how you see things. So, like, especially it feels like something here you're walking away from and people just aren't happy about it. They aren't happy with what you're doing. They aren't happy with, maybe especially if this has kind of changed your vision or you're abandoning a vision. And it may have been a vision that you had with a group of people, say a job or a business or whatever. But 5 of Pentacles, it's just that whatever it is, it took more than it gave. Because, you know, seeing the 5 of Pentacles come out after the 6 of Pentacles, you know, yeah, the 5 of Pentacles and the Empress, this took a lot from you, honestly. So what is this action Sag is taking towards new beginnings? Oop. Knight of Swords. Two of Pentacles, that was. It just feels like moving forward very quickly, not even looking back to whatever this was. So what is this? Yeah, and you've thought about this. You've thought about this, and quite honestly, you think that this is what's best for everyone. So, interesting. And that, you know, I also feel like eventually, you know, people will understand and there will be happiness, like, and specifically if this is affecting family in some way. So where's the shock in all this? The shock really has to do with, this was a huge commitment for you, right? And you're the steady one. You know, the Hierophant does what they're supposed to do. They do things according to the rules. And so, I mean, I feel like, yeah, look at that. And if we're talking about shock value, people aren't really going to be expecting this from you. 8 of Cups. You know, and may actually not understand it, may not, you know, may be in their feelings about it. I don't know what, like, yeah, it's like your decision to move forward was actually a weighed out decision. You didn't just say, I'm done with this later, the way some people might consider Sagittarius does. You just know that this is the way to go. And I think that whatever this is, you're just doing it really fast, right? And it all happens very fast. You make this decision fast. It's like you make this decision and you're already got a foot out the door, that kind of thing. And I feel like what's unexpected, maybe what's unexpected is that you didn't expect the tower. The tower came out twice. You didn't expect things to crumble the way that they did so quickly. Maybe you didn't even expect to have to act so quickly. So let's see why Sag is surprised. Why is Sag surprised? The Hangman. The Death. Whoa. 5 of Swords and the Page of Swords. I kind of really feel like you were kind of surprised at yourself, maybe at the strength of yourself to be able to, whatever it is you walked away from, you did this by yourself. And I do feel like you don't really expect for people to be against you the way that they seem to in this. I feel like that is surprising because you're having to protect yourself against words, Sag. So, wowza. So it's kind of like one decision sets off a storm, right? But I feel like you know what you're doing here. So that's what I have for you, Sag. What's left to say, huh? Except toodles.